Hi, this is Glenda. Live Love Scrap shared how to make these little matchboxes using your envelope punch board, and they are so cute, and she has a brilliant tutorial which I'll link to. They've got the little tab there to pull it out, and yeah, what I thought was I'm going to visit my auntie in a nursing home. What do you take somebody who's in a nursing home? And I thought, well, why not make these and fill them with little chocolates, so she's got something to give other people who visit, because it's really, she can't get out to shop, and I thought, then she's got something to give, and I thought that might be a useful gift. I don't know yet whether it's going to be, because I haven't been there yet. And then I thought, well, while I'm making them, maybe I'll make some to sell tomorrow at the market, and they may or may not sell, but we'll see how we go. So I thought I'd like to get it to production line stage. Well, I haven't got to production line stage because I've done enough practice pieces probably to suit my needs, because I did have a number of difficulties. I was trying to, as I say, get it absolutely perfect so I could just go chung 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 and churn them out. I had trouble getting the sizes just right. I wanted to have the 1-inch side, and when I scored it at, I think it's 2 and 3 as suggested, I was getting the smaller size. Well, then I struggled because as I made the measurement between bigger, my sides actually got smaller, and it took me a while to work out that I needed to go the other direction. So anyway, that's my sad tale. Then I had a lot of trouble getting the cover just right, and it's still not just right, and I've only just noticed on her comments that she does have some measurements for the cover, but every box I made turned out slightly different. So obviously the paper, the accuracy, all sorts of things come into play, and you've got to be flexible when you make them. So having said all of that rubbish, I thought I'll show you what I've done, and maybe it'll help, and if nothing else, it's a record for me when I come to do it again, so I don't reinvent the wheel. So you can get one out of an A4, all the bits for it, and if I can remember my own instructions, I'll show you how I did that. So first of all, I made the belly band, and I put my belly band on long ways to help keep the drawer in if I'm going to fill it with chocolates and take it, for other people like that. So the first thing I did was cut this off. On my first few that I did, I got a punch and I had a strip and I punched each side, and then I thought, what a ninny, I've got punches that will do double-sided. It takes me a while sometimes to work these things out. This paper is very firm. I actually found it easier to work with something a little bit thinner, although this gave a lovely finish to the box, but I wanted to show you an A4 and I didn't really have anything patterned, so I just chose this metallic one. It also should show up fairly well on camera when we come to score, I think. Okay, so there's my belly band, put that aside. Just get rid of these scraps. Okay, so the next piece to cut out was the 6x6 that you're going to use to, I do hope I get this right, that you're going to use for the actual drawer. So if we come down 6, by 6, now the other piece is the wrap, which is 3 3/8 by 7.5, or in this case 7, because you can get away with that. I had a bit of overlap, so that was alright. So we want 3 3/8. That aside. And then we want a liner for the drawer, which is now I'm getting confused, the liner. Okay, so it's 3 1/4, just a smidge under, by 2 1/8. We'll put that aside. One bit of scrap. And that's the cutting out of that. Now I want a tag, so I cut my tag out of this piece here. And that's our waist, which is not too bad. Now I have buried my scoreboard. The scoring on this is on the wraparound piece is going to be at 1, 2, 4 1/4, and 5 1/4. And we can put that aside. Okay, punch board. So this is for the tray. We're going to score it at, punch and score at 2, rotate, 2 3/4, punch and score, rotate 2, rotate 2 3/4, and each time make sure you're as accurate as you can be lining these up. Then you come back and you punch and score by lining up with these ends of the marks that you've already done. So you just rotate it each time. And then one more. I'm missing one. I must have forgotten to score on the last one. There we go. Okay, so fold over one of your thin ends on the first score line, put it under the punch like that, and that's your little tray pull out. Then we're done with the envelope board. Get rid of our waste. So go around and mark all your score lines properly. Okay, now with the long side facing you, we're going to just snip these little tabs on both sides. Don't lose concentration and snip them off like I did on one of them. Now, you want to fold these again, folding over again and scoring so that you've got that extra score, especially on this thicker paper. That's absolutely essential. And that's done. Okay, so you want some really good tape. This is red liner dots, but just anything that's really good sticky on your corners, because it's basically what's going to hold it together. So this is with the right side facing out. I need my baby wipe to stick them to. Tape. I always said pull off the tape. It's actually pull off the backing. If you pull off the tape, it won't work. Not the only one who does that though. Okay, and we're just going to fold these in make it nice and straight. And there's our box. So any sort of glue you want to use, a little bit on the tab. If you were using tape, I'd perhaps suggest putting that on before you fold your sides up. Just a little bit on these so that you can fold them in and they won't go anywhere. So having done the scores, it really does go together beautifully. And then we take our liner, which in theory will fit perfectly. Just a bit of tape on that to hold it in. That's the tray done. This is the wrap piece we scored before, so fold over the score lines. And this is where I had so much trouble getting them to fit. Every box seemed to be fractionally different. So this one looks like it's going to fit fairly well. So we want to put some tape on opposite sides. I don't think it really matters which way you overlap, but I'm going to put the drawer in just to get it sitting right. Wrap it around. Don't make it too tight, and line up your edges. Take the drawer out and burnish it down so it sticks well. And there's our tray. I mean, you can obviously leave it out. These firmer ones actually would probably hold quite well, but I've been putting on belly band, so just wrap it around. I tried working out scoring measurements for this so I could sort of have it pre-done, and I couldn't get it right no matter what I did. I mean, if somebody's got a wonderful tip for making this work, I mean, I've tried wrapping it then scoring it and it just wasn't going to happen. So this one's a fraction longer. You really only need this to be 10 inches, and I used the A4, which is about 11, so I'm just going to trim off some of my excess there. And in desperation, I just ended up stapling these. If it's a little bit loose, this part, it's not the end of the world. If it's too tight, it's a problem. So because it's got the lacy bits, you could just use ribbon. That would save a lot of effort. For the medallion, I found if I die cut things, for mass producing that doesn't work. It takes quite a long time. So what I've done is I've used this medallion punch and then just a scallop punch and just made these, and they're very quick and easy. And then the little tag and a brad, which I should have chosen before I started filming. So then we pop brad. Uh-oh, my grandson's just arrived. My filming is about to come to an end. And that's that. So, thank you for watching. That's my offering, and hopefully this will help. And here is my grandson now opening the door, coming in. Thanks for watching. Bye.